Hello everyone and welcome back to a new YouTube video. In today's video, we will be talking about 7 harsh truths about living a successful life. How to take action today. We all have dreams and aspirations for our lives, and the idea of success can mean different things to different people. However, no matter what success looks like to you, there are some hard truths that you must accept if you want to get there. In today's video, we will explore 7 harsh truths that you must face and accept if you want to achieve success in life. Starting with number 1, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything in life. You will not be handed success just because you want it or believe you deserve it. Life is not a fairy tale, and in order to get what you want, you have to put in the work and effort. You have to be resilient, persistent, and willing to make sacrifices to achieve your goals. Nobody owes you an opportunity or a break, and you have to be prepared to take risks and put yourself out there in order to reach your ambitions. Success requires taking ownership of your own life and having the motivation to reach your goals. Be willing to take initiative and try new things, even if it means going outside of your comfort zone. Do not expect anyone else to do the work for you. You must take responsibility for your own happiness and success. Nobody owes you anything in life, so use this as motivation to go after what you want. Number 2 is, you're not entitled to an opinion. It's easy to think that we're entitled to an opinion on any and all topics, but the harsh truth is that is not always the case. Everyone has their own perspectives, beliefs, and experiences, and nobody is entitled to an opinion on something that they haven't experienced. Everyone has the right to voice their opinion, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone should have a say in matters that they don't fully understand. So the other harsh truth here is that your opinion does not always matter. Your opinion may be valid, but not everyone may agree with it. And that's why it's important to be respectful when discussing different topics and opinions. While you have a right to express yourself, it's important to be mindful of the opinions of others. Everyone deserves to have their voices heard, regardless of whether or not you agree with them. Finally, opinions can change over time. As we learn more about the world around us and gain new experiences, our opinions may shift and change. It's important to be open-minded and willing to consider different perspectives, even if they don't necessarily align with our own. Accepting that our opinions may not always stay the same can help us remain humble and open to growth. The third point here is that you're not as smart as you think you are. This harsh truth may sting a bit, but it's something that we all need to accept. We live in a world filled with complex problems and solutions, and no matter how smart you think you are, there's always something new to learn. The truth is, there are people out there who are smarter than you and can offer insight or solutions that you may not be able to think of on your own. That doesn't mean that you should give up. However, instead use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Don't let your pride get in the way of gaining knowledge and experience, because it can only make you better in the long run. It's also important to remember that intelligence is not measured by one's academic achievements. Intelligence comes in all shapes and sizes, and it's something that you can cultivate over time if you put in the effort. So do not be afraid to take on new challenges or seek out new opportunities to learn something new. The more you expose yourself to different ideas and experience, the more likely you are to find success. 4. Nobody cares about your problems. It's a harsh truth, but it's true. Nobody really cares about your problems. People might be sympathetic or show concern for your situation, but in the grand scheme of things, nobody is going to be there for you like you are. It's very easy to get lost in the world and think that everyone has something to say about what's going on in your life, but the truth is, nobody really does. It's a difficult thing to accept, but if you want to be successful, it's essential that you learn how to solve your own problems. Nobody else can do it for you, and it will only cause further problems if you rely on others to fix your issues. You need to take ownership of your own life and accept that nobody will ever truly understand or care as much as you do. The 5th truth is, you're going to die. The harsh truth that no one likes to think about is that death is inevitable. No matter how much we want to live forever, it's not possible. Death is a part of life, and we all have to face it eventually. It's very hard to accept this reality, but it's something that we must come to terms with. Death does not always have to be seen as a negative thing, though in fact it can be seen as a way of making the most out of your life while you still are alive. Knowing that death is inevitable can be the motivation we need to take action on our goals and dreams, so that we can leave behind a legacy that will continue on after us. It's very important to remember that life is fragile and it can end at any moment. We should take the time to appreciate each moment and make the most out of it while we still have it. Accepting death as a part of life can help us make better use of the time that we do have. Number 6. You are going to fail. Nobody is perfect, and failure is an inevitable part of life. No matter how hard you try or how much you can prepare, sometimes you're just going to fail. It's a harsh truth to accept, but an important one. Failing does not necessarily mean that you're a bad person or that you should give up. It simply means that you need to learn from your mistakes and move forward. Failure is a great learning experience. It helps you become more resilient and teaches you valuable lessons about yourself and life in general. When you fail, take some time to reflect on why it happened and what you can do differently next time. This will help you develop new strategies and make better decisions in the future. Nobody likes to fail, but it's part of life. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to become stronger and more successful. You can get through anything if you just keep trying. Our 7th and final point for today is that change is also inevitable. One of the harsh truths you must accept in life is that change is inevitable. No matter how hard you try, things are never going to stay the same forever. People will come and go, circumstances will shift, and your interests and goals will evolve over time. Trying to cling to the past or keep something from changing can lead to resentment and frustration. It's very important to recognize that although change can be difficult and uncomfortable, it is necessary for growth and development. Acknowledge the natural cycles of life and embrace the opportunity for a new chapter. Stay open to growth and don't be afraid to explore new avenues. Even if things don't turn out exactly as you had hoped, there are always lessons to be learned from every experience. Change can be scary, but it doesn't have to be. View it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Focus on the possibilities instead of the unknowns and make each transition an empowering one. Ultimately, change will happen no matter what, so it's best to accept it and make it work for you. It's completely normal to feel afraid of change, especially when it involves taking a risk or stepping out of your comfort zone. Here are a few pieces of advice for when you're feeling afraid of change. The first one is to acknowledge and accept your feelings. It's important to recognize and acknowledge your fear rather than trying to ignore or suppress it. Take small steps rather than trying to tackle a major change all at once. Try breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps, which can make the process feel a lot less overwhelming. Seek support, talk to someone you trust about your feelings and seek their support and guidance. It can also be helpful to surround yourself with a supportive community or to join a support group. Finally, it's very important to remember that it's okay to be afraid, but try not to let your fear hold you back from experiencing all that life has to offer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this type of content, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos.